Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar video. In this one, this is going to be the first of a few videos talking about this. So this is Aang's Destiny, the relatively new Avatar The Last Airbender deck building game. So it has been out a while. I only got my copy today. I had it on pre-order for ages. So this first video is just going to be sort of an unboxing. We're going to take a look at all the cards, focusing in on the art primarily, and then I'll do a second video that is more focused on gameplay. That will be kind of like a how to play game, so you can see how those cards then get used within the game. And then there probably will be a third video covering the kind of later game stuff, because the way that this game works is that you have these boxes. There's like 7 boxes of cards, and you're meant to kind of do them like in order. They're in the order of the books. So the how to play video, the second video, will probably be just about box 1, but then I do want to do a video highlighting like how does that more like going through the full adventure style thing work, and then we'll see if the game is kind of enough that I want to maybe do some more content. But yeah, on the channel I really like trading card games, obviously Avatar focused, so this mix is pretty nice. I like deck building games, so I'm excited to see how this is. So without saying anything else, I guess let's just kind of jump into this. I'm going to get behind the camera so we can get a closer look at these, and we'll do the unboxing. Okay, so let's open it. I already showed you a little bit of the box, but if we just take a kind of quick look here, it's actually quite a big box, given that like it's primarily cards, but I guess you have to split them all up. We'll see how the storage is for actually like keeping it in a sort of playable state as we kind of go forward. As we turn it around, I showed you a little bit of this before, but you can see this is how it is at the back. Just showing you a general look of what you're going to be doing here. You've got a general play board, and then these are your kind of player boards for specific characters. Again, I've not read the rules. I don't really know what's going on here, but that is the situation. We also have what you actually get inside, but we're going to take a look at it. But you can see here, 378 cards. So that's a lot of cards. That's a lot of Avatar art that's going to have to be on those cards. So we'll get to see what the full image library, I guess, is for Avatar in more modern days. 314 regular cards, 50 square cards, and 14 oversized cards, plus a bunch of other stuff. There's like dice, game boxes, yeah, tokens, a lot of tokens here. But yeah, it is a deck building game, so it is going to be primarily cards. So let's open this up. So as usual, the box is very nice. You can see here it's got the kind of foil effects for the kind of brush stroke element kind of logos, and then even for the Aang blue arrow, blue eyes. I think it's a really nice effect. I like that they didn't just go for a kind of stock image of the gang on the cover and just do that way. I like the kind of black and the kind of minimalist kind of effect they have going on here. But let's see what we got here. So right on the top we have the rule book and an OP Games kind of advertisement thing, which does feature Avatar on the back, which is kind of cool. So that's that. You can see here, this is box 1 rules that we have here. We'll look at that in a second. Got our token sheet here. So what do we got here? Some White Lotus tokens, hearts, so like health tokens. We've got elemental kind of tokens here as well. Even more White Lotus tokens. And then these, I don't know what they are off the top of my head. These are attack tokens, I think is what the back of the rulebook says. So that's nice. Seems pretty solid. So that's kind of nice. Always with these games, I think everyone would prefer plastic tokens, but you know, to keep the cost down, that's the situation there. Here is the game board, which I'm a little cramped for space here, so excuse me if I don't show this off immediately. So it is card, pretty nice. Yeah, I'll have to lay this out in a second. But that is the main game board. So it opens up like basically 4 times the size of this. So that's actually relatively big. And then if you look in what else we have here, we have the 7 boxes. And then we also have player boards here. So here are the player boards. You can see this logo specifically, this is meant to kind of represent sort of like all the elements kind of together. Roughly, it's just meant to be that sort of like harmony symbol type thing. So yeah, some cool stuff here. The shape of these is kind of interesting on the corners. But these are just the player boards here. So you can see here you've got 10 health, there's a stun section here, White Lotus, attack, discard goes beside. So that's what this is here for. That's like the shape of a card kind of outline here. Same over here, your draw. And then you've got the element symbols here, kind of place space. So that's for them. What do we got here? They give us a bag. Okay. Then we have starter cards here. So I'll probably just hold this like this so I have a little bit more space to work with. Appa starter cards. Aang starter cards. Katara starter cards. So these are dividers, I guess. Sokka starter cards. Zuko starter cards. Toph. Okay. Adversary cards. Yeah, I think these are just dividers, obviously, for stacking the cards together. Support cards. Water bending cards, earth bending cards, fire bending, air bending cards. Yep. Tracking cards and expired cards. Yeah, I think they are just dividers. So that's fine. And then we just have the boxes here. Nothing else going on. Not seeing these dice that apparently are meant to be in this. So we'll see what happens here. But anyway, we'll continue on. Maybe there's some stuff in these boxes. So box 1, pretty big. Water. Book 1, I guess, is what we're doing here. So here we have some of the other cards. So there's actually a bunch of stuff in this thing. Yeah, so box, pretty nice. And then the packs of cards we have here is this pack here. We have the kind of sideways orientated pack here. Another pack of cards here with Oyaji on the front. Uncle Iroh. They're like adversary cards or something like that. We've got some square cards here. Obviously some sort of missions. And I'm guessing these are just the character cards. So we'll take a look at these first. See what happens here. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole putting plastic bands around the different groups of cards. It's a bit of a weird way to do it, but anyway. Because it does slightly damage the cards, but not too badly. So Katara. So the layout of these, I think, is actually really nice, really clean. So you got the symbol up front if they're a bender. Katara, key quote. They chose the right one for Katara there, of course. Pretty nice. From the Painted Lady, which is interesting. Affiliation, Southern Water Tribe, and skills, waterbending. Okay. Aang. So they're going for like book 1 Aang, where it's just like air and water. The past can be a great teacher. Fair enough, I guess, as a quote. It's maybe not the best one. But yeah, air nomad and skills, airbending and waterbending. Appa, air nomad, airbending, of course. He is an original animal like that. So that makes sense. And he is given the element symbol. Sokka is not given any symbol. So that they don't even put in like the water tribe symbol instead of the water bending symbol. But yeah, skills, boomerang, war club. I'm just a guy with a boomerang. Okay, so that makes sense for, I guess, the start. You have those 4 characters overall. Turn reference cards. Fire Nation cards. Okay, so that's just what happens here. So you get 4 of them, I guess, just 1 for each player. Yeah. So this is 2 to 4 player, if I remember correctly. Let's open these square cards and see what these are. I'm guessing these just, like, say things. So, like, let's see. Find the avatar, find the avatar, find the avatar. Okay. Fire Nation Patrol. All heroes lose a health and cannot draw extra cards this turn. Okay. Fire Stream. Active hero loses 2 health. Fire Blade. Active hero loses 1 health and loses a card. I'm not sure what that symbol means. So yeah, you just get, what's that, 3 of each of these for 12 total. That's interesting enough. Let's see what these sideways cards are. I'm guessing these are like the bosses or enemies. So we have Uncle Iroh here. So you can see here, 7 health, 1 ship, which, I don't know, is that one of these cards? Not sure. You get a reward, I guess, for defeating him. So that's pretty nice. Zuko, 6 health. Zhao, Fire Nation Soldier, Fire Nation Ship. Okay, a bit of a map card here. So is that what this ship thing is? Oh, and then that's kind of cool. You kind of link these together to get to the game. So that's interesting enough. So I guess they can change that up for each box so that it works kind of differently, which is kind of cool. Let's take a look at these cards. Escape the Fire Nation at the South Pole. And then these are ordered, I think. Yeah, 1 and then 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 7. Randomly, the Roku card is in there. Is that meant to be there? Contact Roku. Okay, yeah, I guess so. So it's an event kind of ally or something like that. Escape the Fire Nation at the South Pole. Visit the Southern Air Temple. Okay, so are we just going in order here? Momo's in here. Okay, Avatar State Aang is in here as well. So airbending, lose up to 3 health for each. Okay, I don't understand what the mechanics necessarily are off the top of my head. Visit Kyoshi Island. That's nice. There's Suki. So that's nice to see her there. Complete King Boomy's challenges. Rescue the Earthbenders. So we're hitting basically all the episodes here, aren't we? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we're mostly going through all the episodes here. There's Haru. Yeah. Hey Bye. Yeah, that's episode 7. Roku at the Fire Temple is 8. Yeah. Pirate is 9. Yeah. Waterbending Scroll. So that covers like more or less half the book. Just everything except Jet is episode 10. So that's kind of cool. And then the rest of the cards, what's the distinction here? Because those all seem like sort of event and kind of key characters. So I guess you maybe need to get them at certain points, whereas these are more just general things. So we have Oyaji from Kyoshi Island, of course, blubbered seal jerky. So there's stuff like this where like you're never really going to see that like in almost like anything else Avatar, just a card for the jerky. So that's just kind of giving you health. Fire Sage Shayu, of course. Lychee Nuts. Gives you an attack and a health. Okay, so there's multiple copies, which makes sense. There's Tyro. That is a screenshot from the show. You can tell that like it's relatively low quality, the image there. Not awful, but like you can definitely tell it's a little bit different than some of the stock pieces of art or some of the new art, which you can see here. Like this, for instance, you can see here. This, I think they confirmed, is all new art made for this game. A lot of the bending scroll kind of effect things, which is pretty nice. So we have Water Whip ×3, okay. Air Kick. And this is just cool. The art style there is very nice. Water Sphere Shield. That's a cool idea for an ability. King Boomy. Directed Funnel. Okay. Kyoshi Warrior Fan. 4 then. Okay, so they're the cards I guess you have to buy, because I think they all have a cost. So 4, 3... Because it's a deck building game, so you have starter cards, obviously. Then you buy these ones, I guess, which all cost varying amounts. So that's that. And then I'm guessing these are the starter cards. Yeah, because you can see here, Katara. So, Offer Aid, which is just a kind of Team Avatar collection of characters. Helping Hand, ×2, is also Katara. Fog, so we get a painted lady again. Water Vial, Water Tribe Necklace, Streaming the Water. So they are using stock art for the sections here. offer aid Sokka. So that they're Katara's cards there. So Sokka also has offer aid and helping hand. He also gets warrior style. Whalebone club. Gets the map, which is just the Avatar world map. Yeah. Gets the boomerang. And that's Sokka. So Aang gets offer aid, which is, yeah, in a deck building game, this is your classic, you know, one resource card. So yeah, I'm guessing it has that mechanic of like you play or discard the card for one resource and you use that to buy stuff is sort of the idea. Buy and do stuff. Helping hand, airball, airbender staff, air blast. I've never seen this piece of stock art of Aang before, because you can tell with how clean it is that it's a kind of newer piece of art. But it's interesting because like this is Aang from like Aang not wearing a shirt. Like it's not his final battle thing. So it's just interesting actually. So yeah, Appa. Then we have helping hand and offer aid. Then he gets growl. Yip, of course, saddle, and tail blast. Okay, so that makes sense. They all get basically the same cards, and then they have a few individual ones overall. So that makes sense. I think we've kind of figured out what we're doing here overall. So you have your starter cards, the cards that you buy, the character cards for this box, plus some reference cards. Not exactly sure about some of this other stuff, but like these are definitely the kind of enemies, but also the tracker, I guess, for the enemy. And then these are, I guess, the enemy acting. Like every time the enemy does stuff, they use these cards to make that happen, which makes sense. And then these, I guess, are just the story-based events kind of happening, and we'll see how they exactly go. So that is very interesting overall. What way am I doing this? So yeah, I'll just put them together and into the box again. Okay. We'll do box 2 then. I'll have timestamps on the video so you can kind of skip through these sections if you want. So I think there are different rules in each box, if I remember correctly. Okay, this one's a little bit of a tight fit, but I guess you probably need to take the rules out. So you have separate box 2 rules. Box 2 components, support cards, reward cards, Fire Nation cards, adversary cards, objective cards. What is the setup stuff with this? Before setting up box 2, remove any cards from play that are only for box 1. This includes Zhao, all of the box 1 adventure cards, set the same way. Don't shuffle the objective and reward cards. So yeah, you do continue overall. Hero setup is the same, but there's a bit more going on. Okay, so again, I'm not reading the rules in detail right now. We're mainly here to look at the kind of art and stuff like that. So, we've got our cards again. So let's go through some of this stuff again. So, Intimidation, Regain My Honor, for the Fire Nation, and Avatar Sighting. So there's less, but again, this is just an addition. I guess it'll be bigger for the other stuff. These are the adversaries, I guess. So we have the pirates, the canyon crawler. So they're still doing a bit of waterbending scroll. They're doing Great Divide. There's Jet. So we're through quite a few of the episodes at this point. June and Nyla, of course. Admiral Zhao for the finale. Yuyan Archers, of course. Blue Spirit. So they're going to be skipping a few more episodes towards the end here, but we'll see if they hit everything in the rest overall. I'll do this first. So yeah, here we go. So yeah, uncover Jet's plan to destroy the village. There's Long Shot there. Smellerbee, yes. Guide the Zhang and Ganjin across the canyon. So glad they're not ignoring that. Face the storms of the past. So that's episode 12. Blue Spirit. Yeah. Blue Spirit Mask is a card. Frozen Frogs, also from the Blue Spirit. Frozen Frog is, in fact, a card. Save Makapu Village from the volcano. So Fortune Teller gets covered here. June, we obviously saw before from Bottom of the Water Tribe. Train with Zhong Zhong for the following episode, The Deserter. Zhong Zhong gets a card then here. And then defend the North Pole against Fire Nation attacks. Okay. So if we skipped Northern Air Temple, Moon Spirit Yue. That's kind of nice. Ocean Spirit. Activate the Avatar state. And we're back to the start again. Then the ally cards, which should cover everything else kind of not covered there in the main events. So Madame Wu and Meng, the Cabbage Merchant. So they're still doing that, even though he technically has a name now. I wonder what the timing was like on that, in terms of including the Psy name. Blasting Jelly, Ice Blast. So the art there for the Bending Scroll. Canyon Guide still doesn't have a name, of course. So Duke and Pipsqueak. Meditate. A few of them. Small Vortex. Master Paku. Princess Yue, Tui and La. Arnook. The Chief. Make Camp. Refresh for waterbending. There's the Mechanist, so there's a reference to that. There's Teo. Snare Traps. Rock Spike, Stone Levitation, back to the start there. So I think they hit on a bit of like pretty much every episode, which is kind of nice. They're not just forgetting about some of the episodes, so that's good to know. But yeah, that's box 2. And I guess it'll be pretty similar as we go through. I wonder how much of a switch up box 3 is. But you can see here, box 4 is huge. So I wonder what that adds. Okay. So let's do box 3. So I'm guessing Toph gets introduced here. So there's maybe a few more characters or something like that. So yeah. No, there is a rule book. Box 3 rules. Support cards, 4 hero cards, Fire Nation cards. So you get rid of box 2 stuff, and we'll see what happens. So we come over here and we have Katara again. So she gets a different quote this time, and stuff like that. They add healing on now, so they're trying to progress here and show the difference, so that's cool. She has an ability. Aang gets an ability. Still has the 2 bending elements. Still Appa, and this time they've given Sokka his kind of book 3 kind of end of show outfit here, adding engineering onto it. So that's kind of cool. Just a kind of slight evolution as you go into the next book. That's good to know. Okay, adversaries, Zinfu and Master Yu, and you can sort of see there, yeah, the rubber band kind of dented the card a little bit there. And then you can also see there is a dent on the top of the card as well, so I definitely think that could have been packaged a little bit better. Colonel Monkey, there's Mei, Ty Lee as well, and Azula. So they're all the pretty standard stock arts that they have for these characters. Yeah, they're exactly the ones that they use, and then these ones are screenshots, so that's fine. No new stock art of Zinfu and Master Yu, it seems. Let's do these. So we got chi blocking, outnumbered, low morale, low morale. Okay. Let's do this. So these are the kind of like event kind of cards. So navigate the secret tunnel. Giant badger mole as opposed to a small one. Infiltrate Omashu to reach King Bumi. Secrets of the Swamp. Do and Tho get a card. As does Hugh. Defend Avatar Kyoshi's honor on Avatar Day. gain an earthbending teacher. Navigating the secret. Okay, we're back to the start again. And then the purchasable cards. So Chung, Purple Pentapus. That's kind of cool. Fireflakes. They get their own focus. Avatar Day Mask. There's Avatar Kyoshi. So that's cool. All 4 elements there. Cost 7. Rockalanche. Wait and Listen. So that's like Seismic Sense. Breath of Wind. Douse. Windrun. Octopus Form. That's very cool. And we're back to the start there. So it seems like basically everything right up until Toph. Box 4 seems to be the Toph introduction box, is kind of what I'm getting here. So I'm guessing that's why there's maybe such a big shift, because she's the most notable kind of addition to the team, and there's probably a sense for like, okay, you're playing a 4-player game up to now, it's 2 to 4 player, how are they doing Toph? Does a character get to switch? I'm guessing they probably do it where like maybe Appa goes away at this point, and like the other player then switches over to be Toph or something. But we'll see how they do it. You can see here, much bigger box. And okay, the dice I think are in here. That's what I'm getting from that. Yep. Whoa. Stuff falling everywhere. Okay, so we do get some dice. So pretty nice actually. So you get 1 dice of each element, yellow to represent air. And what do we got here? Just all the different symbols, +1, health. The kind of resource, blue, red and green. So nice, very nice. Box 4 rules. 1 new hero card in Toph, reward cards, support cards, element dice, tracking cards, starting hero support cards. And yeah, they straight away talk about how the Sandbenders have taken Appa. So players may now choose to play as Toph. Remove Appa and his starting cards from the game. And then there's probably a few extra details I probably need to get into here. So let's get into Toph. So she's got her card here. So Toph, let's break some rules. Earthbending, and interestingly they have it there. Truth seeing. They do note that as like a skill for her. So that's cool. And then these would be her starter cards, wouldn't they? Yes. So, offer aid, helping hand, of course. Then she gets Earth Armor, Rock Column, Seismic Sense, and Earth Wave. So that makes sense. Outrun the Mysterious Machine, help Aang learn Earthbending, explore the library, Wan Shi Tong's library. Solar Eclipse Scroll. Track the Sandbenders through the desert. The Paisho Tile. Escape the Sea Serpent at the Serpent's Pass. Defend Ba Sing Se from the drill. Sandbending. Outrun, and then we're back to the start. So we'll go to these, and there's still the adversary cards to go through as well. So we've got Zay, Momo, draw power from fire, adapt like water, feel the strength of earth, be as free as air. That's kind of a cool sequence of cards, and they all have different effects. There's the air scooter, which Aang invented. Surf the wave. Grip of ice. Earthquake. Stone shield. Cactus juice gets a card, of course. Restore balance. Roll any dice. Restore balance. So there's a few of those. And the Beifong passport. The most legendary item in the game. So that's that. Then we got these. So we've been spotted. We need a distraction. We've got them surrounded. Lightning blast. Jet stepping. I've got a surprise for you. Roll the dice. Okay. And adversaries. So Wan Shi Tong. Foundation drill, sandbenders, and then we get a new thing here. Map. Okay. Seems cool and interesting. So let's move on to box 5. So that's kind of cool, actually, just that like there's a whole new mechanic that gets introduced in box 4, like the rolling the dice stuff, plus of course Toph comes into play, and it's story driven, but it seems kind of planned out, which is interesting. Okay, so the final book 2 Earth stuff. So we're expecting Crossroads of Destiny stuff in here as well. I guess most of the Ba Sing Se arc actually is going to have to happen in here, which will be interesting. Box 5 rules. Anything specific here? Not really. It just seems like a pretty standard transition, apart from some in-depth specifics. Long Feng seems to be the only new adversary card, which makes sense for the Ba Sing Se arc. Distraction, surrounded, lightning blast, we've been spotted. Chi blocking, we should stay low. Evade Judy to attend the Earth King's party. Search for Appa. Hidden base at Lake Laogai. Jet. Overcome the Dai Li to meet the Earth King. Learn to balance chakras, Aang only. Escape the metal prison, Toph only. So that moment that happens sort of side by side. Very specific there, but kind of cool. So there's metal bending. Guru Patik. Battle Azula at the palace in Ba Sing Se. And we're back to the start. And then the purchasable cards for this box. Jasmine Dragon Tea, Slide Over Ice, Throw Rock Glove, so there's that Dai Li move, Thundering Gust, Detect Truth, so that's cool, Hakoda, Bato gets finally introduced here, Lost Sky Bison Leaflet, and back to the start, okay. Seems pretty solid, but again, I'd love to know, like, gameplay-wise, how this actually works. But I'm obviously going to need to play a few rounds of this to see how that goes, how the transition between boxes actually works in practice, or is it awkward to try and keep the boxes like in order? And we'll have to wait and see. So, box 6. Okay, so it's the start of book 3. Seems like there's a couple more cards in here. So box 6 rules. Defeat all enemies, complete objectives. Okay, so new hero card, master ability. So Zuko gets added. We'll see how that goes in terms of do you just full on get to choose to switch to Zuko if you want? It's an interesting one. Because you're playing a 4-player game, it kind of feels weird if you're playing as Appa, but then you get to box 4 and you kind of can't do anything. But anyway, okay, so we get the I suppose finalized version of the characters here, I guess. So here is end of series Katara, even though it's still book 1 Katara. What is the problem with this? Why is there no stock art of Katara in her book 3 outfit? You can't knock me down. And it's, yeah, Southern Water Tribe, waterbending, healing, bloodbending. It makes sense that this is the box that's going to have the Hama stuff in it, even though it's not a technique she regularly uses. So they're giving Aang 3 of the 4 elements here. Interesting. Here's Toph, earthbending, metalbending, truth-seeing, and seismic sense. So they didn't give her seismic sense before. I wonder what exactly that's about. Here's Sokka with the Pia and Dao stuff. Boomerang War Club, swordsmanship, engineering. And here is Zuko. I Know My Own Destiny, firebending, and lightning redirection. Yeah. So you have 5 character choices here. No Appa though, which is interesting. But yeah, there's that. Here's our adversaries. So we've got Hama, of course, and Combustion Man. So I guess we're probably doing everything up to the invasion, or are we including the invasion? I'm not sure. Here's Zuko's starter cards. So yeah, he has the classic Offer, Aid, and Helping Hand, but also Work Together, Dual Swords, Flame Shield, Spiral Flare Kick. So that's his kind of trademark move. That's the name of it, I guess. Here's some square cards. So we've been spotted. No time to rest. No time to rest. Bit generic, but okay. Here's the event stuff here. Outmaneuver the Fire Navy and the Sea Serpent. Cloud cover. Create community at the Firebender School. Fire Nation headband. Help the people of the Jianghui River Village. Train with Master Piandao. Meteorite sword. Escape the wooden jail cell. Sweatbending gets its own card. Reveal Hama's dark secret. Bloodbending. Help Avatar Aang rest before the invasion. Invade the Fire Nation on the Day of Black Sun. And that's where we stop. So box 7 is going to be the second half of the series. Okay. And then here are the kind of main deck cards, I guess, for box 6. So we've got Fire Whip, Twin Fireball Blast, Pyre Wall, Ice Spear, Air Cushion, Quicksand, Fire Nation Disguise. The Boulder finally gets introduced here. That's new art. Is that a screenshot? It looks kind of cleaner than a screenshot. I'm not sure. The Big Bad Hippo. Doc Zu Bushi. Okay. So that's that box. And then last box. So we're going to have like Ozai in here and stuff like that. Ooh, actually not a lot in this one, which is interesting. So, what do we have here? So, box 7 rules. Reward card, chakra cards, 3 support cards. Do not shuffle chakra cards. Okay, so they are numbered in order at the bottom here. So we have Earth. You know, I guess they are positioning them. So yeah, base of spine, sacrum, stomach, of course, heart. Yeah. Throat, forehead, crown of the head. So yeah, that's kind of nice the way they do these, actually. That's kind of cool. They have pretty big effects. Leading up to Ozai, 15 health, roll the dice. May not be assigned attack or damage until all chakras are unlocked. This is how you win. And also Southern Raiders are in here as well. That's nice. Surprise attack. We need a distraction. We've got them surrounded in Lightning Blast. So these are getting a little bit repetitive. I felt like there was a little bit more flavor to some of these at the start, but it's fine. Standard cards here. So General Iroh. Chitsang. I'm glad he actually gets a card. Master Piandao. But I'm guessing the idea is that, like, the general cards all get added to. So by the time you're getting to the end of the game, you're just adding 3 cards, I guess, being shuffled into the kind of like the pool of cards. So that's more what we're talking about here. They're additions to a pretty big stack of cards at this point in the game. And then the final kind of event type stuff. Learn the origin of firebending. Ran and Shaw. Break out of the Boiling Rock prison. Confront Yon Ra of the Southern Raiders. Commune with the Line Turtle. Stop the Fire Nation Air Fleet. Reclaim Bossing Say for the Earth Kingdom. End the 100-Year War. That's a cool name for a card. Finish unlocking all 7 chakras and defeat Firelord Ozai. And yeah, that's it. So, that is it. Interesting. Very interesting. A lot of stuff there. It feels like it hits on most of the obvious things you'd want. Did it feature like every single character you'd want in or around? I think a lot depends on sort of how the game flows between all the boxes and like what your deck sort of looks like at the end, what the exact mechanics are for a lot of this stuff. This bag, I guess, is for putting all the tokens in once you punch them out. And again, you still have these, your player boards. Have a million of these now. So let me just clear out some of this stuff so I can show you the game board cover. So here is the game board laid out. So you can sort of get a sense for like that your current kind of like map goes along here. Adversary cards go here. Those square cards go there. And then along here, I think the idea is sort of that like your player board is separate from this. So I think this is sort of the marketplace of cards. I think this is where they go. But again, I'd need to read the rules here overall. So, kind of wrapping up the first video. Looks pretty cool. Presentation seems pretty nice overall. And it's an exciting idea for a game. I like the different box approach as a way to do it, where I guess technically you could just start with individual boxes, but there's the fun of course starting with box 1, playing through, which I'm eager to see how exactly that all works. So I'll just kind of wrap it up there and just say that yeah, let me know your thoughts below. If you've got this game already, how you like it. But otherwise, I'll say just keep an eye out for the next video, which I'm hoping to get out over the next couple of days. There shouldn't be a giant gap between this video and the next one. But I do need to read the rules, do some playthroughs before I do a how to play kind of thing here. But we will be focusing in on sort of box 1, explaining kind of game mechanics, and then hopefully another video talking more about the sort of the adventure aspect of going through all the boxes. But yeah, in the comments let me know what your thoughts are, but that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.